Do you know we have more than 290 million active cars on the street in North America? Americans annually, they spend $3.5 billion to maintain their car, pay for cost of repairs, expenses, and insurance. That's divided by Americans. You can see nearly $12,000 expenses to maintain your car per year. But by being a little bit smarter, you can avoid up to 30 or 40% of these costs, because some of them are due to fraudulent or unnecessary upsells or overpaid insurance or warranty. When you visit a mechanic shop, don't be blind. Be smart and sharp. Pay attention to how mechanics they interact with each other. Are they whispering to the manager ear, or they are confident enough to speak openly and loudly? Is their window toward the repair shop covered from the office view, or do they position your seat in front of the window so customers can see their car being worked on? Look at their yard and parking lot. Do they have old cars with expired tag, broken window, flat tires, or no? They have new cars, they're constantly changing. People drop off the car and they pick it up. Do they have designated parking spot, or you can park anywhere you want? Do they use or wear uniform? Do they have cleaning materials? Do they clean the floor, or it's oily, greasy, and slippery? Do they use floor mat for your car? Do they use paper floor mat to protect your vehicle, or they seem unconcerned and they don't care? Do they wear gloves, or their dirty hands touching everywhere, leaving fingerprint on your car? I avoid mechanics if their prices are so cheap and lower than market. Basically, you don't get a good warranty policy, you don't get good repair, and basically you get what you pay for. But it doesn't mean these are the sign the mechanic shops are lying or trying to deceive you. But if you ask how we can spot who is lying, who is honest, or who's dishonest, in this video I will show you a couple of tips that you can use to understand who is honest and who is lying. My name is Matthew. I own a mechanic shop and I've been in auto business for almost 9 years. For instance, there are advertisements for 5-minute or 10-minute oil change. Even if such a quick oil change exists, I would prefer to spend 20 or 30 minutes to do my oil change, because normally it takes 5 or 10 minutes to drain the oil completely. After that, you need to clean it up. After that, you need to check all the fluids and filters if it's a good, legit mechanic shop. And basically advertising something like advertising 10-minute oil change, it's not really healthy and good for your car, and most likely I will avoid such things. And another important thing, don't let them overcharge and upsell you unnecessary stuff. How do you know they are trying to upsell you unnecessary stuff? There's a caveat with the technicians, especially new technician. Most of the time they think upsell is a bad thing. Overall thinking, based on my experience, upsell is a good thing. People appreciate your effort to find problems in their car because they are trying to be healthy, safe while they're driving, or their loved one are driving the car. But you need to make sure, you need to understand how upsells work. I used to work for a Toyota dealership, and I faced the consequences for incident that I caused, because I got the job, I got the car, I put it on the lift, and I was trying to inspect the car, and I had to write the paper, like a 50-point inspection, and report it to my advisor if the car need anything else rather than the things the customer requested. It came for oil change. Turn on my flashlight, look at the tires and look at the brakes. I spotted the brakes are low. I just told the advisor, hey, this car needs a brake job. And a couple minutes later, I saw advisor, manager, and the customer came in and they said, hey, we just replaced the brakes a couple months ago. How did you find out we need a brake? And my manager looked at me, he said, you didn't take off the wheel. How did you inspect the car? I said, I can see it from outside. He said, no, take the wheel off. I took the wheel off and I turned on my flashlight, and I saw brakes are new, brake pads are new. And I was shamed and embarrassed, and I told them I apologized and I didn't took the wheel off, I didn't spend time. This is another sign. Sometimes you need to ask them. If they try to sell you something, ask them for proof, pictures, or go with them inside the car and ask them to show what they found on your car. Sometimes they try to just manipulate you and tell you, hey, we have an insurance policy, we can't take you inside. This is lie, this is BS. Why is that? You have a right to go inside and check your car alongside with someone like a technician, manager, or advisor, because it's your car, it's your asset. You need to know what you're paying for. This is the things. And if you're not able, ask them to send you pictures. I used to have a shop, and I was comparing the old one and new one. I took a picture and I I told them, hey, this is your old one and it need to be like this. This is clean, for example, filter, your brake pads is low, this need to be the thickness like this. And basically trying to convince the clients. But how you can spot it if they're lying to you? Most of the time, they try to explain you or over explain you the things you don't even understand. Sometimes they try to just talking and just expressing themselves, and they know you don't understand what they're saying. Basically, they try to confuse you, or they try to avoid eye contact. Their mouth probably can lie, but their eyes cannot. If you try to eye contact with this person, regardless their skill or job or service that you're receiving, if they're lying, you can really easily see they're lying because they try to avoid eye contact with you. They're trying to just run away and just talking to make you confused. And the best practical things to do is this. As a professional mechanic, I'm advising you, always seek second opinion, especially if the cost is high and you're not sure about it. You can always come back and be sure you will get a better price if you can walk away. The walk away power, it's insanely powerful. If they tell you, hey, you need an engine, transmission, something costs like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000, always seek second opinion. Take it to another mechanic shop. I believe the best practice to convince people for upselling is providing proof through the pictures, video. But in fact, most mechanics are not dishonest people. I've seen a lot of honest, good mechanics or mechanic shop, and they are honest people. It's better to not look at them like as liars or manipulative. That makes them nervous and unwilling to help. But all of us, we should learn to protect our asset instead of blaming others. This is really helpful, and I hope it was helpful for you. You learned something. If you did, just let me know in a comment. And if you know any tricks, anything, any tips that help people protect their assets and understand or spot scammers, especially in service provider industry, just let us know. I would appreciate that, and like the video, subscribe to the channel for more video like this, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.